Okay, so now let's fill in these formulas. So we now know lateral area, the area of just that paper towel roll, right? Just the sides of this is 2 pi times radius times height. I've got it all written out for you, right? And then we will abbreviate that as 2 pi r stands for radius and height is the h, right? And then for total surface area, I wrote that one out for you too. It's 2 pi times radius times height, which remember, guys, this is just the lateral area, right? And then we just add to that the two bases, right? So that's what this part is, plus two bases. Okay, and so then down here we just have the letters to represent radius is r, the height, the distance between those circle bases is h, and again here radius stands for, r stands for radius. Okay, so some good discussion questions, and again this might be one of those questions that would pop up on a quiz. Make sure that you write this down. What do the prism and cylinder surface area formulas have in common? And so what I hope you're thinking about right now is that both surface area formulas are essentially the lateral area plus the area of two bases, right? Both of them have this component plus this component. So how does the prism surface area differ from the cylinder? Well, the bases and the perimeter, I guess, too, a little bit, but mostly that the bases are circles, or in other words, you could say, you know, you're just plugging in the bases are circles, so perimeter for a circle would be circumference, or 2 pi r instead of p, right? And then the area of a circle, that's going to be pi r squared for a circle instead of just the base, right? But that pH plus 2b is even technically the same, right? We could even go more specific to call this perimeter the base times height. It's just that we don't call perimeter of a circle perimeter, we call it circumference, the distance around the rim of the circle, right? And so it's the same stinking generic formula. It's just when you get more into the specifics that they differ. Okay, so let's try our first example here. So example 1, find the surface area of a cylinder with the given dimensions. Round your answer to the nearest tenth. So surface area is 2 pi RH plus 2 pi r squared. And if you forget what any of these letters stand for, by all means go back and look up above, right? So we have our H is the 4.5. Remember with me, if our diameter, D stands for diameter, is 14.2, then half of that, if we take that and divide that by 2, our radius would be 7.1, right? And so when we plug this in, this becomes 2 times pi times 7.1 times our height, which is 4.5, plus 2 times pi times 7.1 squared. So just to make sure everybody knows where everything came from, this yellow was the height I was plugging in, and the 7.1 I'm plugging in for both of these r's here. Everything else in the formula is exactly as it was above, right? And so then we go to put this in our calculator. Okay, so we're going to say 2. Don't forget to use the pi button. So pi times 7.1 times our height. I've forgotten what our height was. 4.5 plus 2 pi. I'm just going to enter the whole thing in at once. You don't have to, but 7.1 squared. And so my final answer is 517 to the nearest tenth. We would round up that 4 to 5. So 517.5 inches squared. Okay, so pause the video, do the U-try, and then I'll meet you back on the other side. Okay, so it's just a matter of plugging this in to the formula. Your radius was given to you to be 4, the distance from the center out to the rim of the circle is what we call the radius. Your height, your distance between your bases, so from one circle base to the other, was 6. And so I just plugged that in, my 4 for my radius, my 6 for my height, my 4 for my radius squared, and I put that in my calculator and got 251.3 feet squared. Do make sure you're doing those units squared.